I scream, you scream, we all scream for... frozen yogurt. Huh. It's not quite as catchy as it should be, is it?
I guess you could workshop it.
Nuh-uh. Sounds like work. And today's anything but. Didn't you hear? I went and got myself a girlfriend. And that's cause for celebration.
This place is usually a lot busier.
Well, about that. I sort of rented the place out.
Wow, really? You can do that?
What can I say? Sometimes being a celebrity has its perks. We've got the run of the place for a couple hours, and I humbly suggest that we use the time to eat as much frozen yogurt as humanly possible.
Why not ice cream?
Rookie mistake, Sil. With ice cream, you pick a flavor, and then it sort of is what it is. But with yogurt, you have a huge array of toppings, and therefore a lot more control over the final dessert. It's kind of a blank slate, a steady beat on which you overlay a melody of your own making. Just look at our options, Sil. It boggles the mind.
I don't know if I need more decision points in my life.
I can help you make good choices. It's all about maximizing your pleasure. Fresh fruit is tasty, but dried fruit is denser, so you can eat more of it. An ectoplasm takes some getting used to, but it won't cause your blood sugar to spike and crash like butterscotch will.
Wow, you've really put some thought into this.
Yeah, I'm a master of the scales, meaning both musical scales and the yogurt weigh-in variety.
This is pretty amazing, and so generous of you.
It's like I said, I wanted to celebrate you. Celebrate us. And, well, I have something else to celebrate, too. You know the song I've been working on? I'm almost done. I'm on track to finish it tonight. Turns out having a girlfriend is good for productivity.
Cuddles lead to creativity? If only you'd known sooner.
Well, I don't know. I think you were worth holding out for. Anyway, there's still some rough spots to iron out, and a few clumsy rhymes. But the first draft is always the hardest part, and the end is in sight.
When can I hear it? I'm so curious.
That means a lot. I promise I'll share it, once it's fully cooked. I only hope this is the start of a new chapter, that this is just the first of a whole slew of original songs. This is what it's all about. This is why I got into music to begin with.
Why exactly did you get into music?
Well, this sounds cheesy, but I wanted to make a difference. Okay, that's not the whole story. What I wanted was to be in the spotlight. I've always loved being the center of attention. But I also wanted to use the spotlight to enact real change. It's just amazing to me, the power music has to sway hearts.
I wish everyone with a platform thought more carefully about how to use it.
With great stage presence comes great responsibility, right? Only I got totally swept up in the race to be on top. I let myself become a cog in a corporate hit-making machine. I didn't write a single word or share a single original opinion. Not for years.
No time like the present.
Isn't that the truth? The words have been flowing out of me lately. But I still need to write the climax of this song, and it's important to get the tone right. So what do you think? As the hero comes to the end of her trials, should she be pretty confident? Or does she worry that she'll fall short right until the very end?
It's more fun if she's confident. She's come all this way, and she's learned to trust in her abilities.
Sounds like it all builds to a rousing finale. Okay, that should be the last piece of input I need. Now I've just got to iron out that rhyme scheme. Nothing rhymes with coupon, does it? But that's the final treat I had for you today.
A coupon! Soupson. I'm obviously not a songwriter.
And yet, make no mistake, I couldn't have written this one without you.
Now this is what I needed. A break from the shop and from the endless demands of customers. An opportunity to be pampered again. Why don't you join me for a manicure?
I'm not sure I see the point when we both wear gloves all day.
Ah, but that's the thing, Sylvia. We aren't doing this for other people. This is just for us. I asked for the Glitzkrieg treatment. Gold plating, embedded gemstones, and nails sharpened to a deadly point.
Wow, that is a lot.
Oh, this is nothing. Just wait until you see the pedicure I get tomorrow.
Tomorrow? He must really be rolling in dough.
If a life of uncertain fortunes has taught me anything, it's to spend it while you've got it. And I might not have it for long. I've got my eye on an upcoming pirate jamboree. The cover charge is extravagant, but stealing from other partygoers is encouraged, so who knows? I might come out ahead in the end.
Sounds pretty intense.
There's truly no party like a pirate party. They tend to be dark and claustrophobic, and the more bodies you cram on board, the hotter it gets. It's like a little slice of the underworld on the high seas. The only problem is I'll need someone to mind the shop while I'm away.
while you're away. How long is this party exactly?
Oh, it's impossible to predict. They can run for weeks.
Weeks? You can't just leave your business behind for that long. You'll lose all your customers. You'd have to start over from scratch. And don't you have an exam coming up? You're supposed to be getting your business license.
Maybe I've changed my mind. Maybe I'm not cut out for staying in one place.
Resisting temptation is a sign of strength. Consider this a test of your commitment.
A test, is it? I do have a bit of a competitive streak, you may have noticed.
Oh, I've noticed.
I suppose I've got something to prove, and I can best do it by maintaining and exceeding my current level of success. Even if it comes at the expense of a party or two. And since you're one of these customers I'm supposed to be bending over backward for, here you go. A coupon just for you.
Consider me a satisfied customer.
Think nothing of it. But I should head home now. I have responsibilities, after all.
Responsibility looks good on you. I'm sort of into it.
Don't get too used to it. I'm hoping it's just a phase. Besides, there will be other parties. Play your cards right, and maybe next time, I'll bring you along.
Wow! It's hot down here.
You flirty thing, you.
No, I mean it. It's sweltering.
There was a frost enchantment keeping the lava's heat in check. I deactivated it, then threw on some kindling for good measure. I like the heat. Like most demons, I grew up underground.
Just be careful not to burn the place down, please.
I suppose I can avoid that, but it's hardly fair that you keep amending the terms of our arrangement.
I think don't set my house on fire is a pretty reasonable request.
You're right. Of course you're right. Oh, truly, Sylvia, you are a font of wisdom without equal.
And you're laying it on a little thick.
Sometimes pandering is the best way to steer a conversation in your favor. Dignity be damned.
Who has time for dignity anyway?
Wield the power responsibly, dear protégé. Now, as toasty as it is in here, I find myself in need of more kindling. Care to come along? Here we are. There's bound to be abundant driftwood along the shore.
I assumed we'd be buying kindling from a vendor. I know this one druid.
Yes, I've heard you know her quite well, you little scamp. But you can't flirt your way out of everything. There are some things you must do yourself.
Was that a spell?
It's a ritual, but not a magical one. I don't mean to be secretive, but I tend to be private about my heritage. You could say I'm still working out exactly what it means to be a demon living on the surface. Suffice to say, there's a ritualistic significance to the gathering of fuel for the hearth. So please keep your eye out for more driftwood. But allow me to carry it all myself.
Whatever you say. I want to respect your traditions.
Particularly the traditions that save you from manual labor, I'm only teasing. I appreciate you taking this seriously. And every demon carries their own kindling during the week of 1,000 pyres.
I'm not familiar with the Week of 1,000 Pyres.
It's a time of great importance to my people. You see, demons didn't always live below ground. Long ago, we called the surface home, until generations of conflict finally forced my ancestors to flee their homes. They left everything behind and undertook a great migration. But still, that wasn't enough to satisfy their oppressors. The exiles were pursued by their enemies. Ultimately, they were backed against a mountain range. Things looked dire. Lighting pyres for their fallen, the exiles despaired for the future of demonkind. Then, in the light of those many pyres, something was illuminated in the seemingly endless rock of the mountains. It was a cavern that led to a vast network of underground tunnels. More than that, it was salvation. We've lived underground ever since, and 1 week each year we keep our hearths blazing in memory of those who came before.
That's a beautiful story, but so sad. I can't believe I've never heard it before.
They say history is written by the victors. But I've found survivors tell the more compelling tales. Thank you for allowing me to share mine. I'm far from home, Sylvia. To my knowledge, I'm the only demon on this entire landmass. It's not in my nature to feel lonely. But when demonic holidays like this roll around, I think of the people I've left behind. I think of my family. And I'm glad not to be entirely alone here.
I'm right upstairs if you ever need me. After all, I miss my family too. We had this holiday tradition where we'd all wear blindfolds and touch gross stuff. Good times.
I've lived among humans for years, and you still manage to baffle me. Thanks all the same. I'm not sure I realized how much this particular holiday meant to me until just now. It's not altogether irritating to be sharing it with you.
Tell me more about yourself. I'm curious.
Oh, sure. I have a copy of my CV that you can take with you. It lists everything. Degrees, internships. It basically starts in kindergarten and keeps going.
That's good information to have if we're going to be in business together.
I know, right? You get it.
But I'm also curious about you as a person. What's your story?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, where to begin?
Well, are you new to town?
Oh, yes. I've only been here a few months. I'd been working for a big marketing firm on the mainland, and I was really good at it. But I wanted to branch out and do my own thing. Spread my wings a little, you know? And there's no better place for that than Rafta. I don't have to tell you that, though, do I? We're both here to find success on our own terms. I confess I know quite a bit about you. I do my homework on potential clients, you see.
Learn anything interesting? Oh, did you figure out where I left my sandwich store punch card?
no. But feel free to keep me posted on that. I'm rooting for ya. I only did some light digging. It's good business sense to know who I'm going to be working with. But more than that, I think of marketing at its best as a tool for elevating worthy people and ideas. You might not be the most lucrative or stable client I could pursue.
Hard to argue with that.
But you have so much potential for success, Sylvia. You've got skill and ambition, and from what I can tell, you like what you do. If I can help give you a boost towards success, then I feel like I'm using my own talents for good, and maybe even having a positive impact on your life.
That's refreshingly big-hearted.
Oh, don't be fooled. I can be a total mercenary when I need to be. But I'll work hard for you, Sylvia, if you'll let me. I'll even give you more pointers in case they're helpful. For instance, as young business owners, we have stressful lives. But keep in mind, stress doesn't have to be a bad thing. You don't have to let the anxiety of the job sweep you away. You can lean into it and ride it like a wave instead.
A positive spin on stress? I like that.
Helping people see things in a new light is all a part of the job. And I'm good at what I do. I mean, just look at that CV, Sylvia. It's a thing of beauty.
I shall make a confession, Sylvia, now that we are away from the ears of the marketplace. In all my many months spent in Rafta, I have not yet made time to admire its most famous landmark.
Hey, you've been busy, right?
Nay, gentle Sylvia, make no excuses for me. Say instead that we shall rectify this problem. For rectify it we shall, together. This very day, this very moment! Because it is right over there, you see it? Tut, I do not know what to think, Sylvia. I do not know how to feel. My gut is a swirl of indistinct emotions, like fish beneath the ice. On the one flipper, this statue is unquestionably an impressive display of prowess. On the other, it represents an ugly history.
What history is that?
The story goes that this statue was erected by many hands under much duress. They say Maven turned her great mental powers on the people, that she wielded them as tools. And thus, the crux of my confusion. Can I admire the artwork in isolation from the context of its creation?
I don't know. Haven't we all got enough to worry about without adding philosophical quandaries to the mix?
Bah! Ignore philosophy at your own peril, Sylvia. This is the entire purpose of art, to confront us with questions that have no easy answers. The alternative is an unexamined life, devoid of true grace. Also, do not forget, where I am concerned, these are religious concerns, not merely aesthetic ones. And so, I find I cannot see beauty in a creation that is tainted by such ego and cruelty as this. at best. Perhaps I can learn from its technical proficiency. If nothing else, it is impressive in that regard.
You're pretty impressive yourself. I bet you could do better with the right resources.
You flatter me, I think. Yet, you also inspire my competitive spirit. So if you find yourself in possession of 300 tons of granite, I should be happy to try to outdo it. And what a feat that would be, eh? To match its balance of formal elements. To find such an impactful use for anti-gravity enchantments.
Sounds like you could teach a class on this stuff.
I would rather do than teach, and I would much rather outdo than imitate. It is intimidating, however, the thought of creating some great work in a land where it will be compared to this one. Fortunately, I have developed a tough skin for critics. That is necessary in our line of work, is it not? To fortify our egos, to reinforce our very souls against undeserved hostility.
I can take anything they throw at me.
Good! Then let us return now to our own endeavors. I do not like how this statue's eyes seem to follow us.
something a little different in mind for today. Since we're dating, I figure I can finally reveal one of my most closely guarded secrets.
This ought to be good.
Oh, it's good. I'm talking about my secret recipe for tree sap whiskey.
Tree sap whiskey? I didn't even know that was possible.
It's possible, and it's delicious. A cat by the name of Sugar entrusted the recipe to me. He was one of my companions, the rogue of the group, and our captain when we were on the water. His damage output was matched only by his alcohol tolerance, and tree sap whiskey was his favorite. He used to say it had more kick than an angry centimule.
I'm sold. Where do we start?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is ask a tree for permission to tap it.
So you weren't joking before. You can talk to the trees.
In truth, it's less about talking and more about listening. Trees are constantly communicating. They send out signals to other trees about environmental hazards. And each tree's leaves and bark hold a treasure trove of information about its health and history. We've just got to find an ambrosia tree of moderate age that has plentiful sap and a genial nature. Thank you for your generosity, proud sentinel of the wood. I'll patch you up when we're done. Sylvia, we just have to wait until that bucket's full. Then we can head back to my place.
I'm glad you're here to show me the way. I'm totally turned around.
I forget some people struggle to navigate the woods. Personally, I know the area even better than I know the precise arrangement of freckles on your shoulders.
So, pretty well then.
Yeah, I've made a thorough study of both. But I could always take a closer look.
Seriously though, don't all the trees kind of look the same?
They do not. Not if you're paying attention. This forest contains pines, oaks, gloam willows, all grouped in unique arrangements.
I guess I've only got eyes for you. How's a forest supposed to compete?
Flatterer. I only hope the forest doesn't get jealous of your attentions. A place like this has teeth and a long memory. But all right, let's set the trees aside for a moment. If what you see is not enough to help you get your bearings, there are other senses you can rely upon. Notice the tang of sea salt on the air. Feel the sponginess of the moss beneath our hooves. This particular spot of woodland is a spot like no other. And this is what I really mean when I talk about mindfulness, Sylvia. It's not just about shutting out the stress. It's about what you choose to take in. It's about being truly present.
I think I follow you. I know I could be better about living in the moment. It's a struggle when there are bills to pay.
Let me ease your burden a bit, Cherry Blossom.
You're sweet. And that does help. Thanks. Some whiskey might help too. Is it almost ready?
Oh, I'm afraid I may have given you the wrong impression. This process takes several decades. But the anticipation is part of the pleasure. Take these next 30 years to prepare your senses. And in the meantime, I've got some cheap moonshine stashed away in one of these tree hollows, I think.
So, I owe you an apology. And a thank you. Basically, I should probably throw a whole parade in your honor at this point.
You mean because of the speed potions? It was nothing. I just wanted to provide you with an edge out there. An edge that was handcrafted with love, just for you. No legendary weapons required, and no thanks necessary. As for the apology, what would you even be sorry about?
All the wallowing. Self-pity's not a good look on an aspiring hero.
Well, I can agree. In the case of an aspiring hero who's accomplished as much as you have.
Thanks, but I don't know if I've accomplished all that much yet.
Sure you have. Think about it. In your quest for an artifact, you've forged ahead where other heroes feared to tread. You've vanquished monsters, confronted dragons, solved riddles, navigated mazes, and scaled mountains. And I have it on good authority that you did all this while saving a lot of pirates from a lot of trees.
Sylvia, I think you're determined to make me blush so hard my head bursts into flames. Can we sneak out of here? I don't want any witnesses around when I combust.
Good view of the Kraken skull from here.
Yeah, as trophies go, it's hard to beat. Heroes are always comparing trophies, you know. We all want tangible proof of what we've accomplished. That was sort of my whole thing with wanting a legendary weapon. I wanted something I could point to and say, see, I'm worthy. I'm surrounded by people I idolize, Sylvia. The imposter syndrome is real.
You might not have found your weapon, but you proved yourself worthy along the way.
Right now, hearing you say that, I believe it. But will I believe it tomorrow? Will I believe it the next time a monster gets the drop on me? Or I trigger a trap? Or I oversleep? Believing in yourself is hard. It takes work. Daily, active work.
Funny. It's easy for me to believe in you. It's about the easiest thing in the world.
Sylvia. I don't know what I ever did to deserve a girlfriend like you. But in this case, I'm not gonna waste time questioning if I'm worthy. I'm just going to thank my lucky stars that we found each other. And I'm going to make sure to show you how I feel every single day.
So, show me, hero. Or are you afraid?
When you're around, Sylvia, I'm fearless.
This is it. Tomorrow is the big day. Victory is within our grasp. Come out ahead in that competition and you'll be free of debt. And I'll be free of feathers. Assuming you haven't decided to accept Robin's offer, of course. To throw the match, to take the money, and leave me in the lurch. Which is an absurd idea. I know you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, right?
Relax, Oswald. We're in this together. And there's no turning back now.
Such resilience. If I'm honest, I find it fascinating. What's the secret to your resolve, Sylvia? In the face of so much adversity, what makes you tick?
Well, right this very moment, I'm holding out for an apology.
From me, you mean? You know, I suppose I do owe you an apology of sorts. It was wrong of me to suggest that you forfeit, to offer you a deal like I did. It's much better for things to play out this way. Much better for the town to see me win against an opponent who's putting up a fight. It will make my victory all the more glorious.
Yeah, totally. Unless you lose, of course.
You really think you have a chance tomorrow? You really, truly believe it? Tell me then, Sylvia, on what exactly are you basing such confidence?
Well, that's easy. I've worked hard over the last 5 weeks. I focused on my craft and on learning from the people around me. And among the many things I've learned is this. I'm good at what I do. I believe in myself. And my friends believe in me too. I don't see what's so funny.
Do you listen to yourself? You're going to beat me. Me, with high self-esteem and the power of friendship? You don't seem to realize that we're operating in completely different leagues here.
Yeah, sure. That's what my last 4 competitors thought too.
All right, Sylvia. Fair enough. Maybe I ought not underestimate you. But if you're right, if through some miracle things don't go my way in this competition, I have a trump card prepared. One you'll never see coming.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means tomorrow only has one possible outcome. So, if you have as much riding on this contest as you claim, well, you might want to spend these next hours putting your affairs in order.
What a tool! Didn't I say so from the start?
He's just trying to psych us out, same as all the others did. We should focus on what matters. Just think, if everything goes the way it should, you'll be human again this time tomorrow.
And that's a debt I'll never be able to repay. But don't do this for me, Sylvia. Do it for yourself. You've come so far in such a short time. So get out there and show this town what you can do.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for! Here they are, 2 giants of local industry, 2 masters of their craft. But only one can be crowned our winner. Only one can take home the grand prize. Let's meet our star, taking the first podium today. He survived the worst this world could throw at him, and he came out the other side with a smile on his face. Let's meet our stars. Taking the first podium today is a man so regal, he puts the king in potion making. He survived the worst this world could throw at him, and he came out the other. And don't even get me started about those dimples. I am talking, of course, about Robin!
That's very kind, but if we could move this along.
Nerp. At podium number 2 is a woman who knows a thing or two about adversity herself. She arrived on our shores with little more than the clothes on her back and a dream. In a matter of weeks, she's transformed into a reasonably successful ramshackle potion shop. And don't even get me started about those dimples. I am talking, of course, about Robin!
That's very kind, but if we could move this along.
Nerp. At podium number 2 is a woman who knows that she arrived on our shores with little more than the clothes on her back. In a matter of weeks, she's transformed her uncle's ramshackle potion shop into a reasonably successful... Let's hear it! 3 cheers for Sylvia!
Hey, Robin! I respect you a lot, actually! This doesn't have to get personal!
Sorry, kid. They say you should never meet your idols. You're about to learn why.
Tensions appear high! Don't make me come down there, kids! Wait, scratch that! It would be my honor to share the stage with 2 such titanic tycoons! Ta-da! It's me, Baptiste! From this vantage, I'll be better able to facilitate this contest. Now, I have a deep and abiding respect for each of the contestants, and no shortage of experience where potions are... However, it's not me our competitors must impress. Today, it is the people of Rafta who will determine the winner of this critical contest. And who better? For it's their patronage and their precious coins that these contestants covet. This morning, I'm here simply to act as the voice of the people. Count on me to interpret. In other words, audience, if you see something you like...
The outcome is a foregone conclusion. And May knows it most of all.
To that, I can only say... Let the battle begin! All right, Robin. Are you ready to wow us all?
This one's an old family recipe. And the family in question is the ancient line of monarch magi whose mastery of forbidden arts ended the Second Dark Age.
Consider me wowed. Audience, am I right to be impressed? With a sum like that, I'd say you have some fans here today.
As it should be.
Sylvia, can you outdo him?
As leader of the Heroes Guild.
That may in fact be true, and this is of masterwork. But what does the audience... A fair assessment, as far as I can... But I'm sure you...
Time to haggle. Should I review my strategy?
ready to prove my
All right, I'm convinced. You have the better potion, Sylvia!
Ha! Who's the underdog now?
Celebrating already. Rookie mistake. It's time I showed you the error of your ways. No thanks are necessary for the lesson. I'm going to enjoy it.
We'll have to see what... The anticipation of...
Among the nobles of the
Huh.
Smart.
If it's good enough for but I suppose... That's no paltry sum!
My heart goes...
Sylvia?
Forget the elitist.
It's instantly... And the closer I look... Let's check in. Not bad. Care to set us...
Time to haggle. Do I need to rethink my strategy? feeling better.
Can we please?
That sort of steals my thought. Scorekeeper, a point for Robin. If
That's a huge bummer.
This is all just a tedious formality, you know.
the universe cannot, there must be a round. Robin, your final.
It's time for the nuclear. This is a unique take on the formula as devised by the Witch Queen of Raft.
Maven, you say?
She would thank you for the compliment. And she would tell you that of every potion...
A bold assertion! It would seem
That should force my competitive...
Sylvia, what?
Seeking a masterwork potion?
Look no further.
Aha! I see what you did there. I can't find any fault with it whatsoever. Alas, it's out of my hands. A sum to be... It isn't enough to win.
Last chance to rethink my haggle strategy.
I'm ready to win.
Folks, we are witnessing history unfold before our very eyes. We have a new champion, and her name is Sylvia!
I did it! I did it! I won!
But, no,
Hey, don't feel bad. You did a great job. Shake on it?
Robin?
What's happening right now?
You think you're surprised? I prepared for this outcome, but I never really thought it would come to this.
Who are you? What did you do to Robin?
Haven't you figured it out by now? Robin is no more than a marionette. A pretty puppet that has allowed me to live among... I am the true power here. The rightful mistress of all I survey. I am Maven.
Maven? Maven the Witch Queen? You're alive? And you're a lizard? I didn't realize you were a lizard.
What a twist! Hold on to your seats, everybody! Or else proceed swiftly to the nearest exit!
Laugh it up, fools. This scaly semblance is only temporary. The world has long thought me dead, but I survived. And the time is nigh for my glorious return. I shall take back all that is rightfully mine, starting with the restoration of my true and proper form.
I still don't understand. What happened to you?
The band of idiotic heroes. The ones who came here to slay me. They botched the job. But the dolts managed to blow up my laboratory in the attempt. The resulting explosion irradiated the island, and I was changed into this. Lucky for me, Squire Boy was there. My powers are limited in my current. I seized his mind on that day
and I've rarely let go since. No one questioned the feel-good story of the boy who triumphed over the wicked Witch Queen, nor did they bat an eye at his harmless little pet.
Then you've been hiding in plain sight all along.
Oh, and what a trial it has been, steering Robin around, making him smile and wave and fraternize. I amassed power and wealth, but slowly. Too slowly. And then, Baptiste Spoons managed to procure a sample of Maven Bloom, perhaps the last of its kind. Once I get my hands on it, once I have my cure.
You realize this halfwit just beat you pretty resoundingly.
Yes, that's inconvenient, isn't it? Fortunately, I have a backup plan. My mental magics aren't what they used to be, but over the years, every ounce of power I could spare, I've saved enough energy to change the outcome of our little contest by forcing you to see things my way.
You mean...
Prepare to forfeit, Sylvia. In another moment, it will be literally the only thing on your mind!
Well, great. I'm totally screwed. Except, ever since coming to Rapta, I've faced off against one blowhard after another, and I've always come out on top. I don't have mind control magic or a mystic gem, but all the same, these days, changing people's minds is what I do. So how do I convince Maven not to zap me? I've got it! I guess I can't win. I don't have a chance. Since you're a no-good cheater with bad breath.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. I won't be dissuaded by your petty taunts, nor by pathetic appeals for fairness.
No surprise there. I mean, you've been trying to cheat all along, haven't you?
Sylvia shows no sign of backing down! Someone pass the popcorn!
You tried to steal the Maven Bloom from the guild hall. You tried to bribe me into forfeiting. And when you realized you couldn't buy or steal your way out of facing me today, you showed up with a magical trump card. It's obvious what that all adds up to, Maven. You're afraid of me.
Oh, snap!
I think you've been afraid of me since that very first competition. It explains why you've been dropping in on me.
That's absurd. Me? Afraid of you? I dropped in on you out of a sense of morbid curiosity. Honestly, the sight of you in that sad little slantwise shop. I couldn't fathom how you managed to make it as far as you did. I thought you must have some secret, some trick.
My only secret is hard work and a willingness to learn. I mean, sure, my shop wasn't much to look at to begin with. We call those humble origins. I'm proud of where I'm from and what I accomplished. You can steal this contest, but you can't take that away from me.
Can't I, though? But I suppose you have a point, Sylvia. Forcing you to forfeit now, that would be a hollow victory. I deserve more. I deserve to crush my foe, to leave no doubt in anyone's mind about my superiority. All right, then. Have it your way. I shall leave your mind, such as it is, untouched. But the rest of the cattle assembled here today, they're about to forget all about your so-called victory. Let's try this one more time.
The universe cannot abide a tie, and neither can our audience. There must be a round 3!
That's more like...
Huh? Round 3? We already did round 3. You know what? Fine. If that's the way you want it, bring it on!
Determined to rally, are you? But Rafta is still rooting for its harmless, handsome hope.
Alliteration! Robin, you're fine.
This is no ordinary. I pulled the recipe from the wreckage on the day.
Unbelievable.
Truly! A piece of Rafton piss. Does the audience... Well.
That should put a stop to...
Sylvia?
Win or lose, I'm playing by the rules.
So far, so good. I can't find any Alas, it's... Let's say that's it isn't enough to...
Last chance to rethink my haggle strategy.
Witnessing history unfold before our very eyes. We have a new champion, and her name is Sylvia!
Rafta's got a new queen of potions, and it's me!
No.
No! How did this happen? It feels just as good this second time. You want me to beat you again? Because I could do this all day.
This is intolerable, unthinkable. In my prime, I could have reduced you to a smear of smoldering ash with a wave of my hand. But now, it's all I can do to retain some control over this single vessel. Without him, I can't even scratch my own nose. And without that ingredient...
Hey, listen, it's not all bad. I can plant a cutting, grow a new flower. You can try again when it blooms. In 10 years or so.
Oh, to have fallen so far. My dreams of conquest shall go, and my potions will be known far and wide as second best!
Is it over? Did we win?
Shush now. We're going home. We can get ice cream on the way.
Okay.
You've won today, Sylvia. But you had better watch your back.
Did anybody catch all that? Because I'm pretty sure I just saved Rafta from the vengeful... Ah, well. I saved my shop. I really did it! I won!
Victory! I could get used to this feeling.
It wasn't always easy, but we pulled it off in the end,
It's kind of you to say, but it's obvious who the truth. You're amazing, Sylvia. And the best thing I did was know when to get out of your...
If you say so. But I'm glad I didn't have to do this alone. It's meant the world to me to have my Uncle Oswald... Softy. Now, are you ready to slip into something less feathery?
because I've just finished brewing a potion that I think...
Sylvia, I couldn't make it to the tournament, but I heard the outcome. It appears you've accomplished all you said. I owe you congratulations, and you owe me the remaining balance.
It's all here. Every beautiful copper of it.
A most satisfying outcome.
I don't know. Spending it on ramen might have been a little more satisfying.
Excellent. Now, as per our agreement... You have been released from your contract. This property is paid off in full and
That's it. I'm free now?
As promised. I live by the letter of my contract, Sylvia, which is why my business is not yet Is it, Oswald?
You know?
The possibility never even occurred to me, until an owl was spotted doing Sylvia's paperwork at the licensing bureau. An owl who couldn't help himself from boasting about Sylvia's progress. With familial pride in his voice, you very nearly got away with.
He did get away with it. It doesn't matter if you figured it out. We already paid you back.
Nevertheless, Oswald's dereliction was an outrageous violation of terms. There are consequences to that. Rather severe consequences.
Oh dear. That's it then, isn't it? This is the end.
It is. I'll give you a moment to say goodbye.
Now hold on! You can't just...
Sylvia, my girl, let it go. I won't allow you to put yourself in harm's way for me. I'm so proud of you, Sylvia. You've accomplished incredible...
Oh, I'm going to do something incredible all... Helena, let's make a deal.
I'm listening.
You're so sure of your abilities. But Oswald tricked you.
My abilities weren't at fault. The transmogrification...
And what's to stop someone else from using the same trick? When word gets out about this, and it will, everyone who owes you so much as a phone call will be...
I sense a but coming.
Takes one to know one. It so happens, I've just finished brewing the one and only. When that potion is gone, it's gone forever. And it might be the only way you can ensure no one else slips through your grasp. That potion can be yours. For a price.
I think I know already what price you're asking, but I'm in the mood to haggle. Very well, Sylvia. You have yourself a deal. What a difference a few weeks makes. Your skill is undeniable.
I almost think you went easy on me.
Absolutely not. I like you, Sylvia, but I don't let sentiment creep in on business decisions. Executing Oswald's contract to the letter is good for leveraging his fate to get my hands on this potion is better for business.
Brutal, but I get it.
It's a brutal world. But you're well on your way. Someday in the future, you may find yourself in need of an influx of capital. I'll keep a contract handy, just in case.
She's gone. She really left. Sylvia, you saved...
I'm beginning to think you like being indebted. But you must be disappointed that she took the cure.
I'll learn to live with it. It's almost certainly a better fate than what Helena...
Then you don't want the cure because...
And anyway, it could be worse. You... What did you...
I made 2 potions. I thought I could get a nice chunk of change if I sold one to Maven. But I've got the second potion here, bottled up just for you. And I can guarantee it doesn't taste like old cabbage.
But you...
Oh, come on. You didn't think I'd leave you hang?
Who cares what I thought?
I couldn't have done any of this without you. We make a good team.
Let's shake on it. Just as soon as I have hands...
Does that mean you're ready to get untransmogrified?
Ready as I'll ever be. Buttoned up.
Those are some interesting side effects. This could take a while. Dear Mom and Dad, everything's going great here in Rafta. Funny story, Oswald isn't dead. Although I did almost kill him with one of my potions. In all the confusion, I ended up inheriting his shop anyway. He doesn't seem bitter about it though. We're going to be partners. I can't wait for you to see what we accomplish. All my love, Sylvia. I was thinking about getting some ice cream. You want in?
I don't know. I might not be good company today.
Everything all right? Want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. I bet talking would lead to a moment of deep emotional connection, which would put all my problems into perspective. And then rays of pure sunlight would pour forth from my bottom.
You don't have to be a jerk about it.
I don't have to, but I sure enjoy it.
Well, now you've hurt my feelings. But you can make it up to me over ice cream.
I see what you did there. Stoking someone's interest gently and then adding fuel to the fire. That's a good move.
Whatever it takes to get my way.
All right, killer. You win. Ice cream it is. Life's full of tough choices. Decision fatigue is real. So, I'm just gonna get one of everything. Yeah, I overindulge sometimes. Blame the deprivations of my childhood.
Tell me more about that.
Nah.
But we've spent all this time together, and I feel like I barely know you.
What's there to know? I like sleeping. I eat stuff I shouldn't eat. Sometimes I get visions.
What about friends or family? Where did you grow up?
I've been on my own a long time, Sylvia. Just me and Boxer against the world.
Boxer? That's your mimic, right?
He's the best mimic ever. I found him when he was just a little thing. He was mimicking a shoebox. Almost took my hand off. That's when I fell in love with him. I couldn't believe someone had just left him to fend for himself. People suck. They should all be lowered into vats of acid, one toe at a time.
Some people, maybe. But you're a person, and it sounds like you did right by Boxer.
Well, we're a team. He keeps my stuff safe. I discard his leftover carcasses. So far, it's worked out all right, and... Hey, wait a minute! Curse it! You tricked me into talking about my feelings.
I like seeing this side of you. It's nice to get a little peek past your walls.
You sound like the world's least interesting peeping Tom. But that's all you're getting out of me today. Push me on this, and Boxer will eat you.
Because he's a good boy.
A good boy. Have you met him? He's the best boy, Sylvia. The best.
I'm almost out of material for my pipe.
I'll go out on a limb and guess you don't buy your tobacco at the marketplace.
It actually isn't tobacco at all. Just a soothing blend of flower petals and witch bramble.
No wonder you smell so nice.
It's all a part of my nefarious plan to keep you close to me. But here, let me show you how I make it. Until recently, I reused old jars for fermentation. But Muktuk's craftsmanship is second to none. I'm sure he's told you so himself. You want to take a spin with the pestle while I cycle out the fermenter? Make it nice and fine.
It's kind of relaxing.
Isn't it? Small work with the hands can be meditative, particularly if you aren't the type to enjoy sitting still. And we both know you don't like being idle, my cherry blossom.
The smell is soothing too. Maybe I should take a puff from your pipe.
Oh, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Even if it isn't tobacco, the smoke isn't good for your lungs. I know that might sound hypocritical of me, but as a Fae being, I have less to worry about. Humans are fragile, and I'd like to keep you in one piece.
Thanks for looking out for me. You're a good influence.
I'm glad you didn't take offense. If I'm honest, this touches on a topic I've been dwelling on lately. Particularly since we took things up a notch. I'm not sure exactly how to put this.
Not to be a total mimic, but remember to breathe.
That's right. Of course, that's right. Managing stress brings serenity of mind, and vice versa.
See, you've taught me a lot.
I'm glad about that, and glad for the reminder that I can speak openly with you. Here's what has me troubled. You're human, Sylvia, and I'm not. My lifespan is longer than yours. My body is more resilient. I'm not immortal by any means, but chances are I'll still be here when you're gone. Given my history, I'm sure you can imagine how that makes me feel.
The good stuff is worth some hurt. I mean, what's the alternative? You said you don't want to hide away, and that means taking the good and the bad as it comes.
That's certainly wise. It's hard to argue that I would be better off unfeeling and alone. I was content in my solitude these last years, but now that I know what I was missing, there's no going back. And I wouldn't dream of suggesting that we shouldn't be dating.
That's a relief.
Hey, I'm not one for drama, you know that. I'm only trying to be honest about my fears. And if I'm overprotective at times, or if I ever seem like I'm trying to push you away, I hope you'll at least know where I'm coming from. Not a place of callousness, quite the opposite.
I know you care about me.
Good. Don't forget it. Please be patient with me, Sylvia. It's an adjustment for me. It might take me some time to get used to it.
I want Saffron to understand that I'm not expecting her to move at anyone's pace but her own. Words don't seem sufficient. So how about a meaningful gesture?
It just occurred to me. We're both in the business of curing people of what ails them.
I hadn't thought of it that way before.
I've got a point though, right? Your potions replenish health and shield against damage. And live music has the power to soothe the soul. I could use some soothing right now, actually. Let's hope this does the trick.
What's the matter, Songbird?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a bummer. These things normally cheer me right up. But today it's all just a stark reminder of how audiences cheer style over substance. Which makes me question pretty much everything, actually. The time and effort I'm putting into writing a song of my own. Is that just vanity? Back home, I have professional songwriters lining up to work with me. Maybe I should stick to what I'm good at and stop chasing windmills.
What you're good at?
Should I put my thoughts to music?
Following dreams can be pretty tough. I'm better off not trying to write my own stuff.
But I thought it was going well.
I thought so too. I was so confident, in fact, that I dropped in on an open mic night yesterday to perform 2 songs. One of them was the original piece I've been working so hard on. The other was something new that my manager sent me. The Ballad of Greenbeard the Slime Slayer. It's every bit as juvenile and uninspired as it sounds. But, of the 2 songs, Greenbeard was the clear favorite.
I could have given you notes. You should have played it for me first.
Well, sorry. I wanted to workshop it a bit before you heard the official debut. Now I'm glad I didn't subject you to it. Although, that said, I thought I had a really solid idea, Syl. Something that hadn't been done before. I used all the conventions of a traditionally heroic ballad. But instead of focusing on an action hero, I wrote about a regular, everyday citizen. I wanted to show how the average woman is every bit as remarkable, as worthy of celebration, as a muscled dude with a sword.
That sounds pretty interesting.
I thought so too. But the audience didn't know what to make of it. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised, if I'm honest. But I am disappointed. I was really hoping that crowd would prove me wrong. Instead, it confirmed what I've known all along. People don't want new and different. They want tried and true. So from now on, that's just what I'll give them.
I don't know.
You're the sweetest. I can see that you're concerned. But you don't have to worry about me. I'll be fine. I took a shot at something new and it didn't work out. But I still have plenty to offer. Including haggling tips. Remember a minute ago when I put my woes to song? Admit it, that catchy tune had you hooked.
I can use that in haggling, sure. But I'd rather cheer you up.
I must be taken to this hero gig, because the idea of smiting some monsters is more than enough to cheer me up. If you really want to help, you could always kick some potions my way, and I can go out and blow off some steam.
Sid is planning to take her professional frustrations out on monsters. But I think she'll be happier if she pours that energy into her art.